Hello everyone, this is Griffin Station back here with another Jump Force video, and in this video we'll be looking at the new website update from Jump Force's Japanese website. Now there's quite a few tabs, and so I'm just going to be covering all of it in this video. There's some new information on here that I feel would be informative for you all, so hopefully you do find this informative, and with that out of the way, let's just jump right into this. So the first tab that we're going to be looking at is the Story tab, and it says, on that day the worlds fused as one. There's destruction in New York's Times Square. From a black hole in the sky, someone from another world with great power, Frieza, comes with a lot of strong enemies known as the Venoms, engulfing the world in destruction and chaos. We already knew this because of, the story trailers, etc., and also a bunch of the scans have labeled this, but they're giving a quick recap of what we're expecting in the story. The Jump heroes who stand up to the dangers of the world are part of the Jump Force. Led by Director Glover, the player themselves also becomes a part of the Jump Force. Then, at the bottom of the story section, it says, the mysterious man Kane leads the Venoms alongside the mysterious woman Galena. Cell, Blackbeard, and other powerful enemies from the Jump world prove to be difficult to go up against. What is their goal? Now, we know Kane's ultimate goal is to unite the worlds as one because he wants the worlds to be recreated into his own vision. And I assume Light's going to play a heavy role in the story mode. We're going to see what that role is once February 12th rolls around, but until then, all we can really do is speculate. The next tab we have is the Avatars tab, and it starts with Avatar Creation. Create your character by choosing its gender, its battle style, body, voice, and more. There's great variety of combinations available, and then it continues on to say you can save up to 6 different avatars. Make your own unique avatar. So first we get confirmation that we can choose the gender. We obviously already knew that. Battle style, body. The body is the interesting choice because so far we haven't really seen too much customization with the body, unless if it's talking about the items that you can place on the body, but I don't think that's the case because we get into that a little bit later in this avatar section. So you might actually be able to choose the size, the shape of the character, which is pretty exciting. Now, I know some people might be disappointed with this, but we can only save 6 different avatars in this avatar system. And so if you're expecting to see more than 6, I'm sorry, you're going to have to limit yourself or erase an avatar and replace it with something else once you get the need to create a 7th avatar. Now it says Avatar Customization. You can change your appearance by combining different hairstyles, you can change its clothes, and the accessories that you'd like. And you can modify it whenever you want in the lobby. So it seems as though the avatar creation process you can't just do on a whim, but the avatar customization process you can do basically whenever you want as long as you're in the Umbra space. Then we have the battle customization. Configure your techniques and skills. You can choose 3 techniques, and then an awakening technique that you use during your awakening. So far we haven't seen any confirmation that you can choose specific awakenings, such as Super Saiyan or Yusuke's Mazoku form. So hopefully we get some sort of transformation, but right now it doesn't look like that we're getting any sort of transformations with these awakenings. We can just choose the awakening skills. Then it says combine the special techniques of Jump heroes. So we already knew that. We've seen that in the beta as well as some of the trailers and gameplay and such. One other thing I want to point out before I move on to the next tab is that you can customize and configure your techniques, which I assume the techniques mean your combos, because the skills obviously mean your special technical bar. So that is actually pretty interesting. I think you're going to be able to mix and mash your combos in this game, considering the character 6 on the beta does not have a single character's moveset. It seems as though that created character in the beta has a combination of Naruto and Seiya's moves, and so if that has a combination, that would suggest to think that we would be able to customize our combos to that extent in the full game as well. Our next tab we have is the lobby, and it starts off with the Umbra space is a space between the real and the jump world. We've known that for quite a while now, where you can communicate with players from all around the world. We've also seen this in the beta. You see a bunch of other avatars around in the Umbra space, so that shouldn't come as a surprise. Then it says you can enjoy chatting with the other players using a variety of emotes. So, we've seen this in screenshots right here, and it's actually really interesting to see if this will play a bigger role or if it's just going to be a simple communication system, considering I doubt that they'd have a mic system in something like this. Then we have online and offline counters. Battle players from all around the world or play offline against another player or the computer. So you can choose whether you want to play against other players online, or you can choose to play against the computer or your friends. You have seen that in the beta, and so it's nothing really new. We have the mission counter, which has a variety of subsections. So we have the free missions, which I believe are just going to be simple missions you can complete. It says conquer them to make your character stronger, and the sole focus of the free missions is just to level up your created character. We know that there's a leveling system with the characters in this game, so that's pretty exciting to see. We then have extra mission, which says acquire a variety of effects by completing them. So I assume these effects are going to be dropped items that the enemies drop. They're probably going to be customizable options for the created character, and probably elemental stuff. There's probably going to be other various support stuff, like support items that we can equip onto our created characters and onto our playable characters, that there's just going to be a huge variety. We already know that there's going to be a lot, considering there's going to be 1,000 pickup trophy for the game. Then there's also key missions, which is special important missions, and I think these key missions are actually going to be the story missions for this game, and that's why they're labeled as key. Then we also have a shop counter, which we've seen in the beta, and it says here you can purchase items, techniques, skills, and costumes. And so it doesn't look like you can buy characters, so maybe characters are unlocked straight off the bat, or maybe you have to play through the story mode to unlock them. But as of right now, it doesn't look like that you need to purchase the characters, which is really exciting for, I know, a lot of people, because some people just want to jump in, play as their favorite character, not have to sit through a story mode to unlock them, or do what J-Stars did, where you had to purchase each character from the shop. Then, in our last tab, we have online battle. And it starts off by saying, compete with players from all over the world. Go to the online battle counter, which we've mentioned previously, in the Umbra space, and engage in a 3 versus 3 online battle. And the first one it mentions is ranked battles, which is probably what most people are interested in. It says, battle other players online for ranked points. Climb the rank by earning ranked points. And then it follows on to say you can select your opponent's rank and connection conditions. You could probably set it so you're in a specific region. So let's say if you're from the United States, you could say I only want to play against players from the United States, so it can guarantee better internet connection. So if we go on to player match, which says battle other players online or play with friends, you can set different rules like the number of rounds, your opponent's ranks, and the training time. And when I say training time, I mean that period before you get into the match. You can choose to select whether you want to go into that training mode or not. And I assume that that's what that means. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what that means, at least from my experience in the beta. And so that's really cool. You can actually select different rules and customize it, even if I assume the opponent will have to agree to it, but it's really cool that you can do that online, because usually sometimes that's just an offline feature. Then we have the quick match, which we've all experienced in the beta, which is battle other players online with fixed rules. So it's basically just you click quick match, you wait until you match up with another opponent, and then after you battle them. There's no rank attached to this, it's just all in good fun, but it's just very simple. Then we get to the offline section. It says even if your console isn't connected to the internet, enjoy offline battles against family, friends, or the computer. And that's pretty obvious, that's pretty standard in almost every single fighting game. It starts off with first player versus computer. You can set the number of rounds, see how strong your character has grown, set the time limit, the strength of the computer. And this is recommended for people who want to test their skills and play alone. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just face off against the computer, and you can at least set a lot of different options. It's really great to see that you can actually set the strength of the computer, because I know a lot of people find the strength of the computer in the beta super low. It's just way too easy to beat. So if people want to play alone but want to play against the computer, but want a better computer than the one that we have in the beta, hopefully this eases your stress about it if you were stressed about that for whatever reason. Then we have first player versus second player with 2 controllers. 2 players can fight. Then compete with your family and friends to see who's the strongest. Pretty self-explanatory 1v2 mode. Last one is computer versus computer. Watch 2 computers battle. You can choose the characters and stages, set the strength of the computers. If you want to see certain skills from one of the characters as well as the variety of tactics, this is the mode for you. Now, I can understand this for the most part, at least maybe 10 years ago, but now that we're in an age of people streaming games and being able to watch competitive players play against one another, I don't really see the necessary need to watch 2 computers fight when they're probably going to be really bad at the game. Instead, you can probably just watch 2 people online in a competitive mode play this game, and you'll get more out of it. Then the last section is the training mode. Training is indispensable to become stronger. Train by fighting against the computer. You can change settings like the gauges and the computer's difficulty from the pause menu. So while you're in the midst of battling the opponent, you can change the settings, so it's really easy to customize what you need at that specific moment for training. And after it says choose the characters and stages you'd like for your special training. So you can choose any characters. I assume this includes the created character, and that's really good to hear. So this is all that was added to the website. I think that there's actually quite a lot of information that we just weren't sure on that now we have official confirmation for, which is just really nice to see. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe to the channel and turn on bell notifications so you are alerted whenever I upload. You can also click on the eye icon in the top right hand corner to see some of my recent videos. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or live stream. Bye!